Madonna, Prince, We Are the World snub in 1985 explained by documentary director. The greatest night in pop, director Bao Nguyen says the biggest night in music history was hard to be replicated. The musical performance of We Are the World on January 28, 1985, was one of the biggest nights in music history, and now it's being retold. In an interview with SSN 24 News Digital, the greatest night in pop documentary director, Bao Nguyen, explained the decision process that led to Madonna and Prince being left out of the legendary musical performance. The film explains it really well, Nguyen began. Producer, Ken Cragen and his staff, producer, Harriet Sternberg, Harriet wanted Madonna. Ken didn't want Madonna because he thought that Cyndi Lauper sort of served the purpose of being the female pop icon at that time, and it was as simple as that. They wanted voices that really were distinct from each other and that represented their genre. The 1985 performance of We Are the World, written by Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie, was produced by USA for Africa to raise awareness and funds for a worldwide hunger relief program. Bao told SSN 24 News Digital that this process led to Kenny Rogers' role in the performance and Lionel Richie representing the pop genre. You have a generational icon like Ray Charles, like everyone had a distinct voice, Nguyen continued. I think Ken, just from what I've learned in researching, is that at the end of the day, he thought, I can just pick Cyndi over Madonna. As far as Prince being snubbed from the legendary night, which aired March 7, 1985, Nguyen explained that he had conversations with Sheila E, a close friend of Prince at the time, who explained she couldn't convince Prince to be a part of the performance. He wouldn't work well in that room. That's basically what happened, and it was just the environment that he wouldn't feel comfortable in, Bao explained. Nguyen explained that he was surprised by RHE role of Sheila Escovedo, known as Sheila E, in the production and how she felt used leading up to the musical performance. I think for me, the most, maybe not the wildest thing, but like, an eye-opening thing was definitely Sheila E's role and trying to get friends to be part of it, he began. As she says in the film, feeling that she was being used to get Prince. Nguyen continued, again, to Lionel's credit, he had no comments about that scene. Again, it's an honest story and that's Sheila E's perspective. So I thought that was a very vulnerable moment for her. She said she had never spoken about that moment on camera, and so she really opened up to us in a way that it broke my heart when she told me that story, he said. But she has no regrets about being part of the songs. She knows, like, how meaningful it is to her and her legacy, Nguyen said of Sheila E. Nguyen hopes musicians of today could do their own We Are the World type of musical performance, but questions if there are icons nowadays like there were nearly 40 years ago. I think We Are the World was such an amazing feat, an impossible feat as we see in the film, Nguyen said. These are like, you know, Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, Diana Ross. I don't know if we have the same type of icons nowadays. Bao also pointed out social media that is present in today's generation. Everyone is on social media. Everyone has their managers and agents and to, like, make it a truly present moment, like the way it was in 1985, I think that's hard, he began. To try to get people in a room together is difficult as well. Nguyen hopes the newly released The Greatest Night in Pop documentary serves as an inspiration for the younger generation of musicians. I hope this film serves as an inspiration to this generation, a younger generation that if there's a will, there's a way, he began. The Greatest Night in Pop debuts on Netflix on January 29.